Welcome student. In last video we study the Arsali sugarcane manuring management or fertilizer application. So in this video we study the pre-seasonal planting fertilizer dose for sugarcane crop. Generally there is a near about 35 tons FYM per hectare mixed with soil properly, and then the recommended fertilizer dose is the 350 kg nitrogen, 170 kg phosphorus and 170 kg potash per hectare is the total fertilizer dose which is recommended for pre-seasonal planting of sugarcane. Then the application of fertilizer or time of fertilizer doses applied to the sugarcane. First is at the time of planting, 35 kg nitrogen, 85 kg phosphorus and 85 kg potash per hectare is given. Second dose of fertilizer is given, that is the 6 to 8 weeks after planting time, that is the 140 kg nitrogen is given, that is the after the germination of sugarcane seeds. Then the 8 to 12 weeks after planting time, 8 to 12 weeks after planting time, 35 kg nitrogen is given, and then the 20 to 24 weeks after planting time, 140 kg nitrogen, remaining 85 kg phosphorus and 85 kg potash per hectare is given for pre-seasonal sugarcane planting. And next one fertilizer application is the Suru or seasonal planting fertilizer dose. There is a 250 kg nitrogen, 170 kg phosphorus and 170 kg potash per hectare is required for Suru or seasonal sugarcane planting. And then the 25 tons FYM per hectare mix with soil properly at the time of land preparation. Then the fertilizer doses are at the time of planting, 25 kg nitrogen, 62 kg phosphorus and 62 kg potash per hectare given. Then the second fertilizer dose is the 6 to 8 weeks after planting time, that is 100 kg nitrogen is given, and then 8 to 12 weeks, between the 8 to 12 weeks 25 kg nitrogen is given, and then last fertilizer dose is applied after 20 to 24 weeks of planting time, that is remaining 100 kg nitrogen, 63 kg phosphorus and 63 kg potash per hectare is given to the sugarcane crop. That is the fertilizer management and their application time. Then we study the irrigation management in sugarcane. Generally, sugarcane required moderate water for its proper growth, but some farmers are given more water than it required. So the fields are gets logged, logging condition appeared, then the heavy fertilizer application and heavy irrigation water, there is a soil become saline or alkaline. Initially, soil is become salty, that is the salts are accumulate at the upper surface of soil, and then soil looks like as a white color, so that is the salty soil. So proper application of irrigation water which is only required, that is given. Recently there is a drip irrigation system should be applied or followed in sugarcane. It save the time, water, and only need of water that will give the sugarcane crop its proper growth. So proper management of water is most important in sugarcane crop. It has no required more water, but there is by mistake more water or excess water given by the farmers. So carefully study the irrigation management. Number 1. Optimum supply of water according to stage of growth, season, and soil type is very essential in sugarcane crop. Heavy irrigation results in deterioration of soil structure and salt accumulation and water logging condition, and wastage of water take place or starts. So next one is the shortage of water results in stunted growth of sugarcane plant and fibrous growth appeared of sugarcane. There is a loss in weight. So proper application of irrigation water is most important. Total water requirement varies according to the type of crop or type of season, that is the adsali, pre-seasonal, and suru seasonal planting. So these are the planting time or planting season of sugarcane, and during this season or according to planting time, the various need of water is required to the sugarcane crop. In general, irrigation is applied generally there is no irrigation applied during the rainy season, but if there is a long dry spell, irrigation apply at the interval of 15 to 20 days. Then in case of heavy soil, it may be given at 10 days interval in summer season and 20 days interval in winter season. In light to medium soil, the interval should be taken 7 days in summer season and 15 days in winter season. So the proper management of irrigation water according to its growth stages is important. Variations in irrigation water is due to their time of planting and there is a dryness of climate. So these points should be carefully listen and study. Then we should study the factors affecting on maturity of sugarcane. Which factors are affect on maturity of sugarcane set? That are the temperature during the growth period, time of planting, third one is the variety of sugarcane, and fourth one is the application of manures and fertilizers, and then fifth is the irrigation. These 5 points decide the maturity of sugarcane, that is the right stage, early stage or late stage of maturity, or early or delay maturity of sugarcane. So these factors are mainly, there is some factors are manual made and some are the depend upon the nature. So These factors are mostly affect on the maturity and growth of sugarcane. So sugarcane stands more than 1 year into the field, so some manual factors are also carefully study or apply, which is need. It help to improve the maturity of sugarcane and also yield of sugarcane for different varieties. We should also ask the maturity signs of sugarcane for 2 marks in separate question. That time maturity of sugarcane is written as a following. Generally yellowish color of sugarcane crop is start, or sugarcane crop starts or leaves are start yellow color. Then the cessation of growth and emergence of flower in case of flowering varieties. Some varieties appear inflorescence during its harvesting time, that is the right stage of harvesting. It exerts the maturity sign that the sugarcane crop is ready for harvest. But sometimes flowers are also appeared due to delay harvesting, and so there is a loss in weight or loss in yield. So there is a this point should be carefully studied. Cessation of growth means that is the sugarcane seed growth is also stop, or there is a main symptom of this sugarcane harvesting. Then the swelling of eyebrows. Eyebrows are become eager and it swells up. That is the maturity sign of sugarcane. Then the older leaves are turn yellow color. Then it start to drying. That is also maturity signs of sugarcane which is ready for harvest. Then when we tap with fingernail on sugarcane seed, that time metallic sound is appeared. That is the symptom of sugarcane which is matured. Then the sugarcane seeds are easily break on internodes region and sweetness of juice is increased. These are the maturity signs of sugarcane. And then the maturity signs of sugarcane is ready to harvest, that is also decided by use the Briggs saccharometer or hand refractometer reading in sugarcane. That is it is matured when Briggs saccharometer reading is between 21 to 24 degree Briggs. That time we say that the sugarcane crop is ready to harvest and recovery of sugar is higher or as it's required. So these are the maturity signs of sugarcane. Then the harvesting of sugarcane. We should study the harvesting of sugarcane. Sugarcane crop should be ready to harvest. Sugarcane crop should be ready to harvest in different time. So right stage of maturity and right stage of harvesting is most important in sugarcane crop. So we study the harvesting of sugarcane. Harvesting of sugarcane is depend upon the time of planting or time of season which is apply in sugarcane crop. There is a when suru exali or seasonal planting is done, that time it is ready to harvest within 12 months. When sugarcane crop is planted or cultivated as a pre-seasonal, that time it is ready to harvest within 15th month. and when early planting of sugarcane is done, that time it is ready to harvest within 18 months. So these are the harvesting time of sugarcane. Then the maturity signs are sugarcane is, that is the generally yellowish color appeared on leaves are turned into yellowish color. Then older leaves are initially start to drying, but top portion remain green color, or top portion of shoot remain in green color. Then the cessation of growth and emergence of flowers or flower heads in some varieties, that is the maturity sign of sugarcane. Then when we tap by fingernail on sugarcane seed, then the metallic sound is appeared. Then the sugarcane seeds are break by hand, that time it is easily break on internode region, and then the sweetness of juice is increased. These are the maturity signs of sugarcane. Then sugarcane crop should be harvested at right stage of maturity, because both early and delay harvesting results in loss of quality and quantity of final product. So proper harvesting is done at right stage. Before the harvesting of 15th days, water is totally withheld. Then the sugarcane plants are harvested or cut with the help of sharp knives or sharp knife, by cutting or by given slant cut at ground level. Then the dried leaves and top portion is removed from the sugarcane set. Then the sugarcane sets are stripped of dry leaves and roots. Then the immature top portion is removed along with 2 to 3 internodes, and then sugarcane sets are tied into small bundles with the help of leaves, and then it is transported to the crusher or transport for processing. It should be crushed within 24 hours. Sugarcane sets should be crushed or processed within 24 hours after harvesting to avoid the reversion of sucrose into glucose and fructose. It loses the quality and quantity of sugar and jaggery. So sugarcane seeds are harvested, and then it is immediately crushed or processed after within 24 hours. This point should be carefully taken. That is when it is delay in processing, that time it is the loss of farmer. So farmer should be take care that it should be processed at right time. So next one is we study the different pests of sugarcane. There are following pests of sugarcane attack on different stages of growth, that is the top shoot borer, stem borer, pyrilla, mealybugs, grasshopper, termites, woolly aphids, field rats, and whitefly. These are the pests which are attack on the sugarcane crop. Now we study the number one pest, top shoot borer, and its nature of damage. The caterpillar of this pest enter through the midrib of leaves and bore the downward direction into the shoot from top to bottom. Then it results drying of central shoot is called or known as a dead heart. Initially, when this pest is at larval stage, that time it feed on tender leaves or young leaves, then it bore the midrib and it enter in it, and after that it feed inner portion up to the into the shoot, and then middle or central shoot turn into or start to drying. That time this process of drying of central shoot is known as a dead heart. So this one is the important pest. Then its control measure: collection and destruction of eggs masses when field is kept weedless, then the removal of affected plant along with the caterpillar, then they apply the 4% endosulfan granules in leaf holes or given a spray of 0.05% monocrotophos, and biological pest control method is also apply, release or spread the eggs of parasite Trichogramma minutum at the rate of 1 lakh per hectare. Eggs are also applied or spread into the field. It also destroyed or reduce the damage through the top shoot borer. Then the stem borer of sugarcane. Initially, butterfly of this pest laid the eggs on plain surface of leaves or weed plants. Then the larva comes out from the eggs and it feed on tender leaves or young shoot. And then when become adult, that time it feed on central shoot. It bore the central shoot and feed inner portion. And central shoot, while it is feed central shoot, that time it make a tunnel and goes downward direction up to the stem. And when a central shoot feed by this caterpillar, it ultimately start to drying from top to bottom, and it is known as a dead heart in sugarcane. So when these dried shoots are pulled out by hand, that time small caterpillars are appeared at the base of stem or shoot. So these are the more destructive pests. It also attack when more humid climate or humid weather generate into the field. That time this pest is mostly attacked. So these are the nature of damage of stem borer caterpillar. When central shoot is dried, that time other leaves or other part of plant is remain green color, but plants are looks like as a withered. They do not grow or develop successfully. So these points should be carefully listened. Then the control measure: collect the destruction of eggs masses and caterpillars and remove the stem borer infected or remove the infected plants immediately from the field and destroyed outside of the field by burning. Then the given light earthing up during the early stage of crop growth period, given a spray of 0.05% endosulfan or monocrotophos, avoid the more rattoning of sugarcane crop, release the eggs of parasite Trichogramma minutum, that is at the rate of 1 lakh per hectare. Eggs spread or release into the field to control this pest. Then the third one pest is the Pyrrhilla. Pyrrhilla is the serious pest of sugarcane crop. or it can be also for our 1 mark fill in the blanks. Pyrrhilla is the serious pest of dot crop, that is the sugarcane crop. So it should be also asked for our 1 mark fill in the blanks. Then what is the straw color nature of damage? Initially we study straw color nymphs and adults suck the cell sap from lower surface of leaves, which is first initially withered and then leaves are dried. Then the insect or pest exert honeydew from its body, like a honeydew substance from its body, on which laterally black color fungus develops and leaves are turned into black color. Then the photosynthesis process disturbed, so it stopped the growth of sugarcane set. Then it also lead the developing of fungus, and which is caused by different types of fungus diseases attack on sugarcane crop. So it is the control measure for this pest. Destroy the all trash after harvesting. After harvesting of sugarcane crop, all trash are collected and destroyed. Then the collection and destruction of eggs masses, eggs when there is a eggs, or after that during the preparatory tillage, land is exposed for sunlight 1 to 1.5 months during the summer season. It should be also reduce the attack of this pest or to destroy the residuals of different pests, that is the eggs or cocoons. Then the release the cocoons of parasite. Then the release the cocoons of parasite Epiricania, Melanoleuca, Melanoleuca 5 lakhs eggs per hectare, and given a spray of 0.05% endosulfan or monoprotophos. Then the proper preparatory tillage operations or deep ploughing is given before the planting of sugarcane. These also help to reduce the damage, reduce the attack of Pyrrhilla pest. Then we study the woolly aphids. This pest, nature of damage, this pest majorly attack during the more cool weather and high humidity during the winter season. The nymphs and adult have a white woolly skin, so it is known as a woolly aphids. So this pest suck the cell sap from lower surface of leaves, and leaves are turned into yellow color, or there is a loss of chlorophyll. Loss of chlorophyll. If there is a severe attack of this pest, leaves are drying and total plant or field, sugarcane field or sugarcane plants or sugarcane crop looks like as a white color. So this pest make a more or severe damage of the crop during its grand growth period or developing of shoots. So it results reduction of yield and reduce the recovery of sugar. So this pest is most important, which is attacked during the lower temperature and high humidity. When temperature start to rise after January, that time the population of this pest is slowly reduced. But it should be important that the it control at right stage of its attack. So a control measure of woolly aphids, given a spray of dimethoate, endosulfan, dimethoate or endosulfan or methyl dimeton 15 ml per 10 liter water and dust 1.3% Polydol dust or methylparathione powder at the rate of 40 kg per hectare, and then the detrashing operation is given. Detrashing interculture operation is given time to time to field is make aerate or better aeration into the field. So detrashing operation is also help to reduce the attack of this pest or woolly aphids. So in this video we study the pest, and next video we study the other points of sugarcane, that is the diseases. Thank you, student.